Welcome to Maltese Verbs Lesson 5, in which we're going to see how to conjugate the verb to make, to do. So, the imperative is amal. If you're telling one person do or make, then you say amal. And if you're saying it to more than one person, you would say amlu. Now you see there's a little weird sign here, and you may wonder, well, Alan, why didn't you say akhmlu or something like that? Well, akhmlu would be a mistake, because those two letters here, you can also see them there, so that they're one of the three root consonants, so that's those three, ML, and this new one isn't pronounced, so when you see it, you don't need to read it. However, in some cases, this letter, which is called the ein, will influence the pronunciation of the letters just next to them. Sometimes, most of the times, and it won't influence this. So that's why I read amel and not something else. So try to form the present tense of to make, to do. Write it down on a paper. If you've watched the previous videos, you must be able to do that, and I completely trust you that you're able to do so, because in a few moments we're going to see the conjugation of to make, and this video will focus a bit more on the past tense, so we're just going to go about it. And let me read without seeing the exact conjugations. Let me say them to you. So namel, I make. Tamel, yamel, tamel, namlu, tamlu, yamlu. So that's it. So you can repeat them when I read them like this. In between, when I pause a little, it's for you to repeat those conjugations. So, as said, we'll focus a bit more on the past tense. The past tense has two roots. So, as with the present tense, you have the imperative single and the imperative plural. So let's take them back here. So that's amel, single, plural. The past tense takes two other roots, and they are made up of those three root consonants. And the first root is used here for the first and the second tense. So that's amil, 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 na, amil, tu. So that's amil, 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 amil. So it's maybe a little bit funny. So that's used for the first, second, and here again first, second. So that's I, you, we, you. It's always amil. For the other person, third person, so he, she, and they, you would use the root amel. This root amel will be adapted because this third person in the female, so that's amlet, will eat the e here that's there. That's the same principle as for the imperative. So you add at most of the time, and then you would eat the e that's there, the last vowel, and that happens also in the third person in the plural. So that's and they do amlu. So hope that's clear. One last point. To form this root here, that's that's called the mamma in Maltese. That's the thing that you will find in the dictionary. So when you're looking in the dictionary for amilt, you won't find anything. you will find something with amel. So it's kind of the infinitive. Most European languages, they would put the infinitive in the dictionary. Well, in Maltese, that's the third person in the past. So that's amel, that's the mama. And to form this amel, usually, you would need to take the imperative, the single imperative, and then you would switch places those two here. The ein, which is one letter, don't get confused here. This is one letter, so it's ein, and the a, they would switch places, and then you have this tense. In most cases. So now you know how to form the past tense in Maltese, and you know how to conjugate the verb to make, to do in Maltese.